Hello class, we did talk about gradient in the lesson, but today I just want to make a video so that you can actually do some revision at home by watching this video if you still didn't really fully understand what gradient is. Now we did talk about gradient is all about steepness, how steep a line is, or another name for it is slope. And the symbol that we actually use for gradient is actually m. Now we did talk about that, how to calculate the gradient. Now before we actually do that, I just want to go back to the basic. Let's have a look at the flat line. Now, sorry, it's not that straight, but a flat line that is not steep at all. So we say that the gradient is equal to 0. But in order for a line to be steep, the line has to be rise up or go down in some way, so that it will create the steepness. And we say that this one will have a positive gradient and this one will have a negative gradient. Now let's have a look at left hand side example here. So we are going to find the gradient of this straight line just using any 2 points that's on the graph. Now for now, I always say that you choose the point where the straight line is actually passes the corner of the box. So for example, now I choose a point here. And the second point is when the line passes this corner here. So as long as I have 2 points, then I'm able to find the gradient. Now let's have a look at when we look at the x-axis, each interval is actually talking about one step, one step, one step, and same as y-axis as well. So each gap is representing one step. Now we did actually talk about this in class, saying that the gradient is equal to rise over run. Okay, now let's have a look at the example from the left hand side and see what is actually happening here. Now let's say we are starting from this point A and we want to go around so that we can actually reach this point B. Now let's see actually what's happening here. So I actually started from point A, keep going up by 2 steps. So I'm moving up by 2 steps. Then I will actually move to right by 1 steps. And if you remember, we did mention that if you're going up, then we have the positive direction, so which is positive 2, and the run will be horizontal distance that we actually run, so it's actually moving to right, which is also positive direction, so therefore it's 2 over 1. So therefore the answer is 2. Now again, let's have a look. This is rise over run. It's because we move up by 2, which is rise, and then move right by 1 step, which is run. Now what if we have a line that goes through from here, keep going. Okay, now we can choose 2 points, which is passing corner, point A and point B. All right, now let's have a look at what is happening here. Now from A to B, what I need to do is I actually need to go down first. If you look at it, I should go down by 1 gap, so which means 1 step. So I move down by 1 step, and down change the direction from up, so therefore I put it as -1. And then I'm actually moving to right by 1 step. So I'm moving to right by 1 step, and the right direction is still positive, so we say +1. So therefore, for this line, the gradient is rise, which is down by 1, so there'll be -1, and move right, which is representing run, so which is +1. So we know that from the integer operation, we know -1 divided by positive is still give us negative. Negative divided by positive is negative, and 1 divided by 1 is 1. So I hope that you actually understand how to find the gradient graphically by now.